Test, 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 test. Alright, we're in the building, guys. How you going? This is the league challenge for our VGC for today. It's a nice, lovely day here in Sydney. Beautiful day in Sydney. You can see we've got Yoav versus Harrison on round one. Got Yoav, who's just recently come back from EUIC and also did perform really well at Sydney Regionals. Yoav is probably, I think, second in the leaderboards currently in Oceania. And you have Harrison as well. Wow, we have the shiny Chien-Pao versus and the Moongus that comes out with the Heatran and the Rillaboom. Now, Heatran's a Pokemon that I've grown to like recently, and it's going to be in my Grand Challenge team in the video soon. We've got the Heatran, it's got the Bugterra with Flash Fire leftovers, Magnastorm, Earth Power, Substitute, and Protect. The Rillaboom, nothing too special, it has everything that it needs to have, like the Assault Vest, Woodhammer, Grassy Glide, Fake Out, High Horsepower. And the Amoonguss, which I've turned down the volume a little bit. The Amoonguss, rather, has the Thundercloak actually, Rage Powder, Pollen Puff, Toxic, and Spore. Very interesting with a Fairy type Terra on its side. Thanks for the name. Yes, name change. Yes, name change now. I'm Old Man Kai now because I'm losing all my body parts. We have Chien-Pao goes for the Protect there. And Heatran just goes for the free Substitute, which is a very nice play from Yoav here in his first game. And the Toxic Mushroom goes right into the Rillaboom. This can be debilitating towards the end game here, as you know that toxic damage accumulates over time. Grassy Surge can help that back a little bit, but you can see the Heatran here just set up with this little subby. And now that the Chien-Pao has gone for Protect, it has to either pivot out or go for an attacking move. It does not have Focus Sash though, so that's something to be mindful of. It has the Life Orb just for more damage. Has Protect, Ice Spinner, Sacred Sword, and Sucker Punch here. Yes, I am Old Man Kai now. I am no longer a lord. Both players just taking their time making the moves. Rillaboom comes out. And the pivot comes in for Incineroar, just to drop the attacking stat of Chien-Pao. The Incineroar also has a Sugar Berry, which is interesting. It has knocked off Taunt, Fake Out, Parting Shot. Sacred Sword goes into Heatran, probably going to drop the sub here. But I can imagine that the Magnastorm might be coming up. Perhaps into either of these ones, which are going to be super effective. It's going to hit into the Amoonguss. Might actually kill it. Okay, it doesn't. But it is now trapped. The Spore goes right into the Heatran there. And the Heatran kind of might be a little bit debilitated in a position where it's like, ooh. That Spore might be actually detrimental later long term, but you also got Incineroar here to provide Fake Out pressure and give Heatran a turn of Wake Up. Just to be mindful, the Mushroom does have Covert Cloak, so you can't really fake it out. You can taunt the Shroom. But the Shroom is forced to kind of stay in. The Magnastorm keeps the Pokemon in there. We have 16 Masters here today. Yo, Kicks, thank you for the sub. We have two of our best players up against each other in round one. And here comes the Terra Bug. Terra Bug good for the resist on fighting types, ground types, fighting, or dark types. That's a one-shot crit. Oh my lord. Even with through the Intimidate. the Life Orb damage also can probably carry that over. That's absolutely big damage, and it's big for Harrison here. In a best of one, that is a game changer, that's for sure. I don't have the ding button. Hopefully my audio is okay, guys. Let me know if my audio could be a little bit better. There's a lot of residual noise, obviously, because, yeah, there's people here, but love to see it. Audio sounds good. Thank you so much. Okay, so what's Yoav's plan here? Now that he's lost his Incineroar, he does have a nice little switch in with Ogerpon here. Wasn't able to get the taunt off onto the Mushroom, which doesn't really matter at the time being. But the Mushroom is now going to slowly take some residual damage from the Magma Storm after this turn. The Chien-Pao does come out though. Not really liking the Ogerpon, I guess. And here comes the Brian hands. Ogerpon goes for the spiky shield here. Possibly baiting out an attack from Chien-Pao. The Heatran did wake up though, and it's go for a Magma Storm. It's hit the Magma Storm as well, right onto the right slot of Iron Hands, or Byron Hands, rather. And the Toxic comes out into the Ogerpon. Alrighty. Kai. Mushroom takes some more damage from Magma Storm. The grassy terrain does heal a little bit back for it. But this Heatran doesn't have a scope lens on it, has leftovers, and it's hitting every Magma Storm in sight. It can now even go for the Earth Power into the Iron Hands slot, do a lot of damage. There's a Fake Out as well, pressure from the Iron Hands. Iron Hands has Fake Out, Drain Punch, Wild Charge, Heavy Slam. It's a Grass Terror with an Assault Vest. Rage Powder comes in from the Ogerpon, baiting out the Earth Power or the Magma Storm. The Cudgel though goes right into the Ogerpon, into the Mushroom, and does get the drop, which is nice. This is a great play from Yoav, because if he had targeted the Iron Hands, he wouldn't have done so much more damage with the Cudgel, but the Earth Power here now comes. It does, minuscule amount of damage, really. The Drain Punch though, right into the Ogerpon, does more damage than I thought. Iron Hands the Assault Vest, very good, and the special defense investment also very good there. The Magma Storm also will chip away at it slowly. Okay. Interesting turn of events here. This is best of one OTS, correct? Yes. Sorry, Lord. Should have responded to your... Yeah, because there's another cup today at another store, so we're trying to push this through. Love to see the Teal Mask Ogerpon here now. So both Ogerpons are facing each other. You've got the OG Pon on Harrison's side here. The OG Pon does have the Focus Sash, Ivy Cudgel, Stopping Tantrum, Spiky Shield, and Encore. Rillaboom comes in instead of the Ogerpon. It is still toxic. The terrestrialization now coming from Harrison's side. Big Terra Grass. You don't get to see this as often. You love to see it though. The speed boost and body aspect. The big OG mask from the Teal Mask Ogerpon. The Heatran does go for the Protect. And the Encore into that slot of the Heatran got to be a little bit careful here because it did protect this turn. The Drain Punch goes into the Rillaboom, does a lot of damage still. This Iron Hands is stacked with attacking investment as well. It's just the wall that hits. Toxic as well. We'll take Rillaboom down a little bit. That's the tick. Magma Storm. Now it's really interesting here that the Heatran is kind of like in a position where you can't really... You can go for a move here, you can get Encored into Protect, which kind of locks you. You might have a swap out here. It's funny because the field has like a bug, the field has Bug type, Grass type, and in the back we've got Grass type. And the Iron Hands is a Grass Terra type. Look! And the field is grassy. Know what I'm saying? There's a fake out. Okay, good. Faked out the right one, so to go for the Encore there. The Magma Storm though goes into the right slot of the... Oh my lord! Into the Mask Ogerpon. Drops it. Forgot to mention that yes, Rillaboom can go for the fake out, so the Heatran can move. Drain Punch though goes into the Rillaboom. Just sitting there getting some HP back, but I don't know if it's going to be enough in the late game. Rillaboom does take its second tick of Toxic, gets it low to 20. The next one will take it over all the way. The Chien-Pao still in the back, be mindful. Which does super effective damage to all types here, except for the Bug type. This late game is very scary. Both players in interesting positions. They have to play it right though. Yo has been pretty fortunate hitting Magma Storms. High risk, high reward plays. Loves it. Harrison just making his last kind of time to think about what he wants to do. He goes for the Protect here, not wanting a Magma Storm from... I think he's going to go for the kill. The Rillaboom goes for the Wood Hammer, gets it down to 1 HP. Did Yoav target the right slot here just to get rid of that hands to make it a 2v1? No, he goes for the Chien-Pao there. But that is so much damage. And you know what? The Wild Charge goes into Heatran. The Iron Hands is going to go down, and it was already going to go down anyway because of the Magma Storm chip. It would have taken it over, and now it's going to be a 2v1. This Heatran has been on the field since turn 1 and has been Magma Storming left, right and center. Yes, it's an 80% hit rate, that's for sure, accuracy. And we see an Ogerpon come in. And it's kind of free pickings here. You can play it safe and just go for the Protect here and probably just like Earth Power or... or like Cudgel. You go for the double Protect here. I think the double Protect might be okay just to see, maybe there might be a little bit of chip perhaps from the spiky shield, or see what Harrison locks into. But be mindful, Harrison doesn't have that Focus Sash on his Chien-Pao. He's got the Life Orb, so I think I'm just playing it smart here. Just picking the right moment to do the right thing. But also at the same time get some heal back with leftovers, Heatran and Grassy Terrain as well. I feel like this Grassy Terrain's been on the field for so long now. Surely now it ends. Oh, it doesn't even end. So do you go for the safe play here, like the Earth Power? Just so you can't miss and you can just go for the Cudgel. Just to play it safe, I think. You can go for the healing type option, but here comes the Ice Spinner. Onto the Heatran. Okay, definitely not more than enough. And in the end game, I think Heatran and Overprawn will have this in the bag. There's the Horn Leech. And can Heatran do what Heatran does? Goes for the Earth Power here, does enough, and Yoav advances into the next round as a winner. Congratulations to both players. It was actually a really fun set to watch. Being fortunate though, like having hit so many Magma Storms and not missing one actually was pretty cool. And get to see the Teal Mask Ogerpon as well from Harrison's side was awesome. So thanks to both players. We're going to move on to round 2 very shortly. All Dash is a new player here, his first time here, which is amazing to see. It's always good to have new players come in and play the game. So I'll put him on stream because he's 1-0 at the moment. So it's good to see what he can do. Let's see what else we can do here. So there's some interesting teams here. Dash came with the the Snow team with Articuno, Ninetales, Arcanine, Hisui, Ogerpon, Wellspring, Landorus, Incarnate, Raging Bolt. Fun team. And we got Sam here with Chempao, Ursh, Rapid, Thunderous, and Dragonite, Gouging Fire, and Ting Alu set team. So interesting to see how this goes. The Thunderous might be key here. There's a few special attackers on the side of Dash. Dash can also, set up Aurora Veil and do what he needs to do with the Snowmons. There is a Sheer Cold on the Articuno. It's choice specs, so it could be fun. Oh, I love this song for Rapid Ghost. Okay, Articuno and Landorus come out for a Dash. And Chempao and Thunderous come out for Sam. So Sam's got access to Windbolt Storm, Pulse, stuff like that. The opposing genies are facing each other, trying to see who the better of the genies wins. Chempao makes this quite good for Sam. I think they've got a little bit of the edge here. The Articuno. Could use such a nice team. Nick Beckwith, how you going? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in and supporting Dash. Right, Landorus comes out though, being very heavily threatened from the Chempao. Chempao just puts that much pressure on, and in comes Pixel, which is the Ice Ninetales, or the Lola Ninetales, which is boosting the moves for the Articuno, but the Articuno gets new impulse. Drops the special attack to Ice Spinner. Good to the Ninetales. Does a little bit of trip to Freeze Dry though. This might be really good. Or okay. Looks like it's done more than half, but it actually is just about above half. Or under half. I don't know, 91. Half 181. You know, just under half. Would be 90.5. Anyway, Gouging Fire, see it in the back, here it comes. Places the Chempao here. Now, Articuno is locked into Freeze Dry, be mindful. The Aurora Veil is also quite free for a lot of Ninetales here, but Articuno does go out though, resetting its moves, pivoting into Arcanine, which is a nice swap in for Dash here, just to reduce the attack from Gouging Fire. And here comes the Taunt. The Taunt goes into the Ninetales. I wonder if he fell for that. No, he didn't. He goes for the Blizzard instead. Goes for the attacking. Goes for the Blizzard. Drops the Thunderous. Does a decent amount of chip onto Gouging Fire, to be honest. Urshifu here in a pretty good position against the Arcanine. Arcanine's Terra is Terra Ghost. So a combination of like perhaps the Gouging Fire's breaking Swipe, or maybe even Howl. Surging Strikes will drop the Arcanine, and you kind of leave Dash playing with two Snow Mons. But be mindful that there is a Moonblast on a lot of the Ninetales here, and depending on the speeds of the Urshifu here, the Urshifu is only safety bubbles. Terra Steel, which it does go for. Big Steel Bear. And the Terastallization is going to be matched onto the Arcanine Hisui. It's going to be Terra Ghost, not liking the Shifu's threat. Arcanine is choice banded. Does have Flare Blitz, Rock Slide, Head Smash, Extreme Speed. The Aquagen though goes right into the Arcanine. And the Heat Crash. Right into the Pixel, does live it. That Intimidate was actually quite big. The Moonblast though goes into a Shifu, living that comfortably. Looking like both players kind of going for attacks here. No KOs, but decent amount of damage onto Gouging Fire. Now Gouging Fire is kind of under threat from perhaps like just the combination of Blizzard, maybe Rock Slide. Yeah, Shifu is okay, but it's safe from. I don't know if it lives a combination of. I don't know actually. No, Shifu's kind of safe. Yeah, Shifu is safe. You could go for like Howl and the Surging Strikes. I'm surprised you didn't go for the Surging Strikes onto Arcanine there. Here comes Articuno. Reset against moves. The Howl, like mentioned before, does come out into the Gouging Fire. The Blizzard. Oof. There is a freeze trance though, so just be mindful. We might see your freeze on stream, and if it does happen, it'd be very debilitating for Sam. The Surging Strikes. Articuno avoids the attack! Oh my lord! Can you believe it? Articuno Snow Cloak coming in clutch. Just comes in for free. Absolute freeness. Chien-Pao though is here. Chien-Pao is here. What can Chien-Pao do in this situation? Can Ice Spinner, Sucker Punch, Sacred Sword protect? Can go for the maybe protect to see what we can go for like double protect to see what Articuno locks into, but that also gives you position for Ninetales to go for the Aurora Veil because it did shake up its Stalk, but it goes for the Ice Spinner instead. Into the Articuno, lives that comfortably. The Moonblast goes into the Chien-Pao. And if Surging Strike gets the kill here, or gets the KO, it might be okay, but let's see, it comes down to the last. Oh, and it gets the drop onto the Articuno, because Articuno, I can imagine, probably had gone for that Blizzard. The snow has stopped as well. Comes the Arcanine. Big ghost hat. It's actually so big. It's like a blimp, or like a balloon. Alrighty. Might have to play passive here, just to see what Arcanine locks into. Would be the safest thing perhaps for Sam. I think Sam... Ooh, I didn't know Dash had another Pokemon in the back. What was it? Oh, it was a Lando! Managing resources quite well here, actually. There goes the Protect, just to see, but they just get the switch in here. I think Dash is kind of trying to drop the attacking offensive pressure from Chien-Pao. There's a freeze chance though, which could be debilitating. No, there's no freeze. Oh, the Surging Strikes goes into the Lando. Definitely got to go down. But this is going to be a second Intimidate from the coming in from Arcanine, which is not going to matter in the Surging Strikes department, but for Chien-Pao, might be okay. You could go for. You could also just double protect here from Shifu and Chien-Pao just to see what he locks into, so you can be on the safe side. Because both players are still kind of in it. There's a Sucker Punch pressure here too. which can be a decent amount, but being intimidated twice and the extreme speed, maybe avoiding the sucker punch instead, was a nice play from Dash here. The Moonblast though drops the Chem Power, and it's gonna be Urshifu on its luncheon, going for the Surging Strikes. Will this be enough to get the Arcanine down? Oh, I think it might be. It's in the red already. Oh my lord, it goes down. This game is to the wire, dude. Woo. Alright. It's down to an Urshifu and an Alolan Ninetales. My lord. I'm old man Kai now. I'm about to have a heart attack. We do know, is this Aqua Jet enough to get it down? And it's not enough because of the Intimidate drops. And the Moonblast is just enough for Dash to beat Sam. Well played by both opponents though. That was such a fun set to watch. The Snowcloak coming in clutch there for Dash as Sam went for the Surging Strikes was actually quite big, I think. But well done, both players. Might see them again in Top Cut. Alright guys, we're going to take a break until everything else is done, but thank you so much for watching. If you what's going on here, because this is an Iron Moth, and there's also a Charlotte, which is a worm in there. There's Sinistra, Tinglu, and Amorous as well is in there. Mate, how do you even prepare for a team like this? I would not know. I would not know. I would be absolutely cooked, to be honest. Wow. I don't know if that's Joel's team sheet here. But it looks like the hyper offensive. It looks like kind of Justin Tang looking team. Oh, I got it here. So interesting. Alright, Katrina and Ding Cilia. Gogapon and Tornadus, and we got the shiny Earthworm and Tinglu. Two heavily defensive kind of mons. Yeah, very interesting. There's a bit of a delay, I guess, in the team game. Sometimes this happens, but here we go. The Vessel Ruins up, and we're ready to play. Both players from Sydney. Joel actually had his best result in Sydney Regional recently. Probably he went 5-3, lost the winning unfortunately. Matthew as well. Like I said, he didn't have the best result, but Matthew has put in great results in the past. Has won League Cups, challenges, Brisbane Regionals went well. Always builds fun teams as well. Has a great wealth of knowledge. I don't know if these players have played each other ever before, but it's going to be a fun match, I think. And you can see there's a move called Smackdown, like Smackdown versus Raw. Such a good move. There's a terrestrialization from the first turn. It's going to be that the Charlotte, which is Earthworm, into a Dragon type Terra. It's pretty tricky if there's a Regidrago in the back as well. But he does go for the Terra first. Goes for the Protect here. Onto Tinglu. The Rain Dance does come up though. I can kind of imagine that the Omi Cudgel was going to target the Tinglu there and go for it. But it doesn't, so it does kind of get a free Rain Dance off. What's the Earthworm? The Earthworm goes to Shed Tail. It's so interesting. So going for the Terra there just to guarantee the Shed Tail there. Gets the health back. Love to see this on stream. Shaddell goes into any one of his choice, which is going to be the Dragonite here. And here comes Bahamut. Shiny Dragonite, love to see it. And he gets a free Shed Tail. Now the Dragonite does have multi-scale as well, on top of the Shed Tail. Interesting. The Tinglu there, just chilling. It does have Clear Amulet, Earthquake, Terra Blast, Protect, Throat Chop. There's Poison Terra as well. There is a world where we may see something. Maybe Tinglu, maybe throat chop and stuff. The Dragonite's also free just to... You can even outrage here, to be honest, Dragonite, and it'll just get so much damage. And just, yeah, just go into anything. And the problem is if the outrage goes into like a spiky shield. Here comes Charlotte again. Love to see her. Ivy Cudgel right into her as well. Lives it. Nah, that's the... Oh my god, there's gonna be so much more like interactions. Oh, the Charlotte though. Just lives it. Gets a speed drop, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't really matter, but here's an outrage right onto the... Wow, they didn't drop the... They didn't drop the Tornadus. Like, that's the difference between Assault Vested Dragonite versus Choice Banded Dragonite. Or it could be also very heavily defensive, kind of, not heavily, but some defensive investment into the Tornadus as well. But Charlotte comes back, just coming in, coming out like a worm, I guess. Here comes a Namorous though. And Namorous, we don't get to see very often. The other Genie as well. We've seen a whole lot of Genies today. Here comes the Bleakwind Storm. Does decent amount to a Namorous here. The speed drop will be insane because it's got Contrary. The substitute does drop though for this time. And the outrage goes into the right slot, I believe, this time, into the Ogerpon. Doesn't get the drop, but it is now confused. So the Namorous Incarnate is Steel-type Terror, Contrary, Life Orb, Moonblast, Hyper Power, Super Power, Earth Power, Protect. Interesting. Go for the Moonblast, maybe. I don't know if the Dragonite was the Shed Tail of the Dragonite was very good, but the lack of damage output from Outrage didn't really impress me, I guess. But maybe in the long game, this is what Matthew wants. He wants things to be at very low HP, so maybe Tingaloo can sweep in the end. I don't know. Goes for the Namorous goes for the Protect here. Can Bahamut's move? And it hits itself with Confusion that actually breaks its own multi-scale. The Tailwind comes up. And the Ivy Cudgel goes there as well. So it looks like Bahamut, Matthew went for the extreme speed into something. I think that's probably the plan. But you do leave yourself trying to unconfuse yourself and alright, it goes, the Tornadus finally comes out. Cilia comes in, okay. Bit of pivoting here from both sides, so I'm just watching something else happening. But anyway, we're here now, so body press. The worm, it's a bit of an interesting concept of, I guess, an endgame here. I'm not sure the actual... I'm not sure the actual plays here, so I don't know. The fake out though goes into the Dragonite, doesn't have enough focus, so it does get flinched here. Probably went for the extreme speed. The Ivy Cudgel goes into Charlotte, so the worm is finally down. But it probably might have done its job, just keeping Dragonite safe for a turn or two. Tingaloo comes out. And now we're in an interesting position. And I say that because Torn is down, so there's no Rain Dance anymore. Calrissian, which is Lando, comes in. Spiker Shield comes out from the Ogerpon. And Dragonite is just waiting to do a move. It's been a couple of turns and again it's unable to move. I mean, he got faked out the other turn and now it's been confused twice in a row. The Earthquake comes out and it's not going to do anything to anyone really because everything else is a flying type. Now Tinglu, the Terra Blast is not an option here at the moment, so the Throat Chop's the only real offensive move that it can do to either Mon here. I wonder if Dragonite can move this time, and it finally snaps itself out of confusion in the love of Matthew. Goes for the actual extreme speed here, gets the drop onto Ogerpon. And the Sludge Bomb comes out into Bahamut. If there's a poison here, it might be interesting. The Throat Chop actually does a good amount, a third of damage. Puts it in range of maybe a Throat Chop in E-Speed, perhaps. And here comes Coughing Baby now. The Kree Amulet doesn't prevent it now. The Dragonite's attack is now kind of dropped a bit. So, do you want to reset the Dragonite, or do you want to like protect the Tinglu here and go for the EQ? Like you wanted to. What is the Outrage? Is there an option maybe for Dragonite to reset? So want to go for the Outrage again and put everything else in range. It's interesting. You'd hope that the Outrage goes through and hits the... Okay, so the Fake Out comes out regardless. The Sludge Bomb comes and it drops the Dragonite. The critical hit may have mattered given that the Dragonite is off, and the critical comes back though. So both people trading crits. It's like crit after crit. In an Amorous now is there. Tinglu's looking actually really nice here. A really good position. You know, not having its attack stats dropped because of Clear Amulet, just looks like in a very good position. The Enamorous, it's kind of maybe just bait. It's not really going to do anything. It might be able to get a free shot off if it can. If can. The Earth Power though comes into Calrissian. Is that a crit? Oh my lord. That does so much damage. Super Power though is able to move before the Incineroar. Calrissian finally goes down. And what's the Incineroar going to lock into here? Ability to... Oh no. Oh, the Incineroar's into Flare Blitz there. Okay, nice. And it's Incineroar versus the well, the Superpower and Earthquake should be enough just to get it over the board. Wow, well played. Love to see an Amorous go on in the endgame, getting the win. Wow. That turn where both trainers are just trading crits was fun. But well done to Bahamate for pushing through. He's now 3-0, so well done. Well done to him for a very fun and interesting team. We're going to move on to round 4 very shortly, and that with Will, and also we have a fun kind of rain team with Sam here. Sam's first time on stream. William's been here before. Both people, this is Sam's first time, so it's good to see him on stream, having a bit of fun. And I hope everyone else is doing very well. After this will be top cut. There'll be one person undefeated. There'll be 3 people that are going to be 3-1 today. So yeah, it's very high stakes today. There's also a cup later on. at Town Hall, which would be fun for those guys going after this. So they're getting their little warm-ups in today. But the match has started now. We've got Grimstar versus Lando. Grimstar and Lando coming up. And we have Raging Bolt and Fluttermane. A foreign Fluttermane. Okay, the game always, when it's versus a Switch versus a thing, it's always a bit, takes a little bit of time sometimes. Anyway, Marby's, hey Kai, been a while, and the Simultaneous is this using Reg-F? Yes it is, Regulation F today. Or for this official tournament. And we have the proto that's been synthesized by Fluttermane here, which is Flutter Speed. We have the Landorus there, we have Raging Bolt there. Landorus threatens the Raging Bolt very heavily here. Looking at the Raging Bolt, it is a Fairy Terror. The Fluttermane though is a Grass Terror as well. It's kind of a supportive mon. It's got Moonblast, Icy Wind, Thunderwave and Taunt. The Grimmsnarl is there, set up screens, got Light Clay, Prankster, Ghost, Spirit Break, Reflect, Light Screen, Thunderwave. I'm not going using a Switch 2 in game, might lag a bit. Switch 2 is first. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that always happens. But we have the Switch 1 on, the Switch 2 perspective at the moment. So there's the Protect from Lando. Probably not wanting to be Icy Winded. And T-Wave comes up into the Fluttermane. Which is a nice play just to slow things down because Fluttermane also has T-Wave and it can't move because it is paralyzed. The Calm Mind comes from Raging Bolt. And you know what? It can actually probably maybe go for another one. It can be a bit greedy in this situation. I mean, Sludge Bomb might hurt a bit. Maybe. Especially if it's a crit cut. You can also protect in Icy Wind. Still a lot of Switch 1s holdouts. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Grimmsnarl could actually go for the T-Wave onto Raging Bolt now though. That's also the play that can also happen. Terra Steel from the Lando comes in. And Light Screen comes up from the Grimmsnarl here. Fancy Storm comes out, someone avoids it, and it's going to be the Fluttermane that avoids it. And the Icy Wind comes out, gets a bit of speed control. Got a little bit of chip onto both mons. I remember that Sam had issues connecting to other Switches during regionals. There we go, there's the Dragon Pulse. Didn't do much obviously because it's now resisted. Oh, and like I said, you probably could have been a bit greedy there and gone for another Calm Mind there. Now Fluttermane can also T-Wave the Landorus, but you might get hit with Sansi, Sludge Bomb, something. Oh, Fluttermane can't move again. That's the second time it can't move. Sludge Bomb though goes to a Shifu, gets really hit. Gets hit really hard, really. There's a Spirit Break as well into the Fluttermane. Fluttermane can't move. Can't move. Yeah, the connection is much better at regionals when you're playing with the dock. Because it's obviously connected to the system. Not the board. Keeps everything nice and safe and sane. Wireless interference, yeah. There's a T-Wave as well onto the Urshifu. So this Grimmsnarl just being so debilitating. And there's another speed drop. You do drop the Sash though onto Pelipper. No, Pelipper has no Sash, has Damp Rock. Close combat, goes into Pelly. And so it's a great switch in from Sam, just playing well. William's got to figure out a way to not be paralyzed, number one. I mean, that's not up to him, it's up to the game. But number two is to actually start reversing the pressure and pivoting in a way where I guess he's got to send it, find a way to send it. There's the Moonblast though, into Grim. Does a decent amount of chunk. Surging Strikes though, takes the Grim out, which is nice. You do get rid of the Grim, but you allow the Pelletor to move, right? The Pelletor can go for like Hurricane. What was that? To the... Oh. This tournament is sanctioned. Yeah, this is the official tournament, yes. It's sanctioned by Pokemon or myself. You get points from this. Alright, what did I miss? I missed something because one of my judges is asking for something. But now we have Taunt. There's a nice Protect. You can Taunt maybe, so there's no White Guard or perhaps a Tailwind coming up. Sansy's Storm. In Rain is guaranteed to hit. Doesn't do enough to drop the Fluttermane. The Fluttermane lives. The Fluttermane needs to move and goes for the Taunt. I wonder if the Pelipper had gone for the Hurricane there or actually the Tailwind. But it went for the Hurricane instead. Now we know that it can't Tailwind anyway. Now we're in positions where Pelipper has to like go for attacking moves, yeah? So it can also like swap out into something where it can remove its Taunt because Thunderclap takes it all the way. This Landorus though, okay, there goes the Pelly. The Landorus though, however, is still in a very strong position just to keep Sand Searing. Right, the Sludge Bomb though comes in, into land, Raging Bolt, drops the Raging Bolt. Like I said, the Raging Bolt's not AV, it is that Assault, that's that leftover set. And the sheer force from Landorus. Though, there's a Thunder Wave. Okay. Putting the paralysis back into the mix. And here comes Archaladon. Archaladon in an actual good position here to just Electro Shot, Snarl, do whatever it wants. Incineroar can maybe think of something, but Landorus also has Protect, right? But you just kind of want to respect the Landorus still, because Landorus can just go for Sandsea Storm and call it GG's. You might have to like go for the Fake Out in that slot. Landorus can't move though. The Fake Out goes into the Archaladon instead. I guess soon the Landorus went for the Protect there. The Icy Wind comes out, drops speed. In the grand scheme of things, getting speed control is important. Archaladon did flinch and can't move, but it also now has free body presses into Incineroar. But we need to get rid of this Lando, because it just goes for Sandsea. Okay, where's the Moonblast? Doesn't do anything really because of the Spirit Break chip from Brimstone. Unfortunately, the Snarl though comes out, drops the Fluttermane, and Incineroar's all on his own, I think. I don't think there's anything else in the back from memory. Flare Blitz going into the Archaladon, does like 5 damage, gets the burn though, which is cool. Yeah, it looks like this body press is just gonna come and sit on Incineroar's head and stay there. Oh, the Landorus can't move again though. Light screen's gone. Now, is there a way? This rain is, the damp rock is clutch. This rain being up there for so long is actually so clutch. It's hard because this body press comes, and then the Sandseer also will come. The critical hit as well. The berry comes up for Incineroar, the citrus berry. If it wasn't a crit, the citrus berry would have been nice, but you look at like the Earth Power Sandseer stuff. Landorus survives. Earth Power is just enough to take it all the way, and that's GG's. Well played to both players. Bit of RNG involved with paralysis and stuff like that, and missing and whatnot. But the paralysis stuff came late for Will, and it came early for Sam. So yeah. Hello. Oh, you can hear the chatter again? Can you hear me? Oh, you can? Oh, great. Okay, cool. Hello, guys. How you going? How good's that? Alright, we got Lukey, yeah, he's using his Sydney team. He's got the Iron Crown Town, the Psychic Terror. I didn't see what moves he locked into. But the Tailwind goes off onto the Tornadus. The Calm Mind comes up from Iron Goat. Yeah, oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, good, thank you. It's a glass, watch the DD swap. Yeah, we'll see. Cornatus. We have the, sorry, I was just talking about the guys, but anyway, we have the Trustalization, we have a Carmine that's been set up, we have Tornadus, and we have the Tailwind. Tornadus is coming out, and it's more than likely maybe Nidhi is probably going to come through, but it's going to be Lando or Calrissian. But it's going to be not the Incarnate. It's going to be the other one, Therian. Protect as well, just to protect from knockoff or any potential kind of thing. Also Calrissian goes for the Protect too. So there's a nice little attack drop there. Onto the Incineroar. The knockoff, yeah, definitely goes into Iron Crown. And we get a free switch in with Lando as well. So Lando is actually quite threatening here with the Rock Slide. Even maybe a Stomping Tantrum just to get rid of the Incineroar. Could be a switch in or pivot from Joel here, maybe just to protect his Incineroar for pivot and then bring something else in. Maybe a space for Iron Crown to attack here. Maybe a space, we'll see. Yes, I'm ImLordKai now. Because I'm old. Anyway, Coughing Baby comes out, Incineroar comes out. And it's going to be Ogerpon that comes in. Terrestrialization does come out from Joel. It goes for the Steel Terror. Possibly even locking into an Earth Power, maybe into the Lando here. The Expanding Force though comes out. This is a great read. Oh, I thought it was going to go into the thinger, but this is still very good into the Calrissian. The Rock Slide though coming in. Maybe we get a flinch, perhaps, chance. But the Earth Power is able to come through. Breakthrough, and Iron Go just lives. It just lives, and now this might be a perfect opportunity for perhaps maybe an Indeedee to come in and Expanding Force to actually go ham. I didn't see Luke's back, but he does have Croissant there. He does have it there. This might force Joel to play defensive, to go for like maybe a protect onto Lando, and maybe just hit the Lando perhaps, or hit one of the Mons with the Ivy Cudgel. But I do see a play where maybe there could be Expanding Force with the terrain. But in comes the Cornatus. And the Calrissian comes out. It's looking like probably going to be the Incineroar coming back in. And I guess that's what Mr. Glass was thinking, or Luke was thinking. He was thinking, okay, maybe Lando definitely comes in here, so probably won't go for the Expanding Force here. I'll just go for the Protect and see what comes in. I'll have a free swap in for Landorus here, and the Cudgel goes into the to that slot there. Into the Cornatus. Is that a crit? Because it looked like it. Definitely wasn't, but also this is good so that the Tailwind can be reset. Has taken damage, so the Iron Crown still on its last legs here. The Fake Out pressure might be quite big too. But I think Joel's positioned himself pretty decently here. But he's got to know that there is got to be an Indeedee in the back, perhaps for that Fake Out kind of pressure. And maybe there's a world where, okay, Mr. Glass will be like, you know what, if my Iron Crown goes down, I might want to preserve my 2 genies for late game here. Fake Out comes out, Croissant is protected, Expanding Force comes in, and we'll see if this is going to be enough. This is +1 in Psychic Terrain with Psychic Terror onto Ogerpon. This should be enough to get it down, and it does. Beautiful. There's no special defense, obviously, boost. Comes Katarina. Interesting. High stakes here. League Challenge top 4 cut. Winner goes into the finals. This is the best of 3. Down at Sydney. Where we have a large amount of people playing here at VGC Locals, which is amazing. If you're ever interested in playing VGC, come down to Sydney. Even if you're from America or from overseas. Anyway, there's a Protect that goes into Tornadus there. To follow me from Indeedee, just to redirect any kind of knockoff, parting shot, anything like that. Expanding Force though. Not going to do anything to either Mons, because obviously Incineroar's a dark type there. U-turn though, goes into Croissant. Well, there's definitely opportunities to play on the weekdays. Could be Tuesdays at Greenacre. Oh sorry, Wednesdays on Greenacre. There'll be challenges hosting next month. And there's maybe another place that I'll be looking forward to. But yeah, weekends, unfortunately, it's the only real time we can host these ones, but maybe one day you can come down. Alright, I missed what happened, but there was a U-turn and a Protect, so now do you go for the triple? It's also an interesting play because there could be a Tailwind type stuff. I think Greener could be good. Because if you get Trick Room up, great. If Indeedee goes down, it's also might be okay because you have Tornadus in the back and go for Tailwind. But let's go for the Tailwind here, and this is such a great play. If Indeedee is able to live this, and go for the Trick Room. If there's no crit chances, oh my lord, and it goes down. I don't know if that was a crit or not, but it wasn't. And it actually hits as well. If the Trick Room had gone off, it would have been amazing for him. But he also now has to match Tailwind here, which is kind of a plan B, which is still a good plan B here. You can go for the Expanding Force. Incineroar might also come in. But yeah, I think the Trick Room was an insurance policy for Mr. G there. But I think in the long term, I think Tailwind might be better for Mr. G here, because Incineroar in the back as well for Joel might put Incineroar in a good position. So maybe the Tailwind could be a little bit better. We just need to get this Calrissian down. But Calrissian goes for the Protect there, stalling. And there's a free Tailwind here from Mr. G. This is very high level play from both players, to be honest. Like, they're both playing safe. They're trying to find the right spots to actually go for damage. And Iron Crown's been there, sitting there with 8 HP, just chilling for so long. It's gone for Expanding Forces and nothing's really taken except for Ogerpon, really. Now this is interesting, right? Because the threat here is actually Incineroar. I think that they're good to protect onto Iron Crown. Liquid Storm. Decent chip. Speed drop onto Incineroar is fine. Oh, double speed drop, which is even more fine. There goes a Sludge Bomb. Wonder if Incineroar gonna take down this Lando. No, they're both not lethal. Interesting. Okay, that kind of puts that's like Bleakwind strange-ish. I don't know. I wish I go for the Protect here. It's a good Protect. Second cutter goes, doesn't do nearly enough to even make Incineroar look at his wounds. Bleakwind Storm. This is the only real chip that you kind of need. Just having that Assault Vest is so handy. The U-turn finally gets rid of the Iron Crown. Look, I think Iron Crown done most of its job. Because now you get a free switch in with Landorus. You do have Tailwind as well, for the time being. You do have access to Sandsea Storm, so what you could do is you could... Oh, actually I don't know. But not Sandsea, Earthquake. Oh, jeez. Could you Rock Slide and Earthquake here? Rock Slide and Bleakwind here, and call it a game? I think you do. The Calrissian comes out, and it's going to be Coughing Baby or Incineroar coming back in. Perhaps the Tornadus might be okay with it going down and Tailwinding, but I think Mr. G is in a really good position here. There's a Protect though. And I think that part of that was resetting the speed for Joel's Lando here. Is to sack the Incineroar if it goes down. I mean, if it doesn't go down, it's actually... I don't know if it's actually good or bad. This Rock Slide comes in. Okay, and Incineroar goes down. Now we play the game of... who's faster? Right. Both Tailwinds are off the board. It's like the HPs are like reversed on both genies. On all genies. This is a genie beatdown, except for one genie has a mustache. That's well, I mean, but all genies have mustaches, right? But this mustache is kind of on his head. There's a sludge bomb. Rock slide comes in. Not enough. Not enough to get the KO on the opposing Lando, but the Bleak Wind Storm's gonna miss someone. Oh no, it's not, because it goes into the Protect rather. Oh, okay. Now you play the Tailwind. Do you play the Tailwind or do you play the Bleak Wind game? I don't know. So tough. This is so interesting. Alright. Sludge bomb. Okay. It's gotta come down to this Bleak Wind. The Tailwind was clutch there. It's gonna come down to this Bleak Wind Storm. Oh! It's not enough. It's not enough to drop the other Lando. Yeah. Could have been better. I think maybe Mr. G knows. Oh, he hits the Bleak Wind there. Oh, wow. It's a genie. It's a genie on genie. Whoa. I don't know in that end game. I can't really think at the moment of the end game possibilities for Mr. Glassby, but I would say Joel played super well, pivoting his Incineroar in and out. Iron Crown didn't have a really good game, really good kind of like usage. You could say it might have, because it did get rid of the Ogerpon like quite comfortably, but it's kind of forced to not do anything else to hit anything else. I think there's a pathway for like a Torn or Shifu for Luke here. Perhaps. That way you can like just expedite lots of damage. Do you maybe leave Iron Crown at home at this stage? Yo, what's up, Noir Angel? Good to see ya. How you doing? That was a well played, yeah. Like, these players are so advanced. Check his speed. These players are so advanced. They're like, even I can't figure out what's going on, eh? Not much of a commentator I am. But anyway, I'll do what I can to provide some experience for these guys. Alright, here we go. Katarina and Calfusin. Double Genie, we're back. Back in the Genies, both at full health this time, and there's double Genies from the other side here as well. Interesting. There's a Genie off. Okay. This first turn is crucial. First turn is very crucial here. I think... Do both people value speed right now? Well, he comes... okay. Ooh, I think Joel's going for the... Just gonna protect and see what Lando locks into, because Lando is banded. Bando. Tailwind comes up, so he's prioritized speed here, which allows actually the Lando to... the Torn to go for the Bleak Wind Storm for free here next turn. That's a good chip onto the Ogerpon there. Landorus can swap out here, I think, and well, he can stay in. Landorus is Terra Steel at this stage. So do we burn Terra early here? Do we burn Terra early? I think we do. There goes the Lando. So this Lando is Terra Steel this time round. Not wanting to take any cudgels whatsoever. And Terra also comes out from, it's probably going to be the Poker Prawn here, just so he can not get super effective hit from the Bleakwind Storm. I trust that none of us are just going to choose the right ones. I trust it too. I mean, I trust both players are the right ones. I think, like, it's for these guys, it just one of them needs to just make a mistake. Oh, big damage and a crit onto the Ogre Pawn is actually massive because it does put it in range later on. Here comes the Cudgel. Oh, that's still big damage, but it does put it into range, and both rock slides are going to hit, and both now. It's a big play for Mr. G there. I trust even without the crit, that still would have been done enough to bring the Ogre Pawn down, I believe. Given that it's Bando, Lando. Alright. Now it's down to Joel's last two mons. It's 2 against 4. And that terror was massive. Incineroar and Landorus. Can Incineroar and Landorus do enough to just take these 2 mons out of the equation? The one thing I will say about Mr. G's, Luke's Pokemon is, yeah, it doesn't have that sash. It has a bit of room to play with. Yeah. Everyone seems to be hitting their moves this time around though, which is good to see. No secondary effects of flinch yet that I have seen. Here comes Croissant though. I guess Mr. Glass is just trying to reset his Intimidate here. And just maybe go for the passive play and just reset. And see what other moves are going into, and maybe also a fake out stuff as well. Sancy Storm. We're gonna hit that pretty hard. I mean, it hit it really hard the other time, and it does so much. So we'll see how many turns. There's 1 turn of Tailwind left. Yeah. You can go for a free Bleakwind here. Like a Follow Me. Even like a Helping Hand Bleakwind would be nice. But I guess you can guarantee yourself like lots of damage still regardless. I think maybe even Helping Hand would have been nice here because you would have been able to get it to half. But Sludge Bomb goes into DD there regardless. And perhaps we'll see a knockoff into the Tornadus, which it does, and gets it down to half. Yeah, I might have liked I think I like the Helping Hand there. But here is the Tauron. Sorry, the Urshifu, which I did mention, which will be a crucial part in this end game here. There's 1 turn of Tailwind. There's no turns of Tailwind on one side. And I think you just click buttons. You could also, you play it safe and just go for the Tailwind here. You can like protect Tailwind, set up for endgame. I think that's a very cleaner play for Mr. Glass Luke here. Much cleaner play, yeah, good. He also preserves that, he's also found a way to preserve his own, what do you call it, Taunt here. So Taunt could just go for like a Rain Dance, Taunt can go for Bleakwind Storm, Taunt can go for whatever it wants to go for. I can go for Tailwind, yeah. I thought it went for Tailwind, yeah, it went for Tailwind that turn. Surging Strike's probably one shot at, yeah, with 1 hit. 1 strike, single strike. In this endgame, Mr. Glass made the adjustments, and I think the Urshifu was the big adjustment here. You leave Iron Crown. There comes the Flare Blitz. That's good game. Okay, it's one apiece, guys. We're going to game 3. We already have our finalists for the. We already have one finalist. We've got Dash, who got through. He beat the Enamorous team. He beat Matthew's Enamorous team. Alrighty. High stakes, high rewards. Now, what adjustments does Joel make, knowing that now the Shifu is the adjustment? Is the adjustment that Luke had made. Do we see a Regidrago here? Do we see like... Why don't we see a Regidrago, to be honest? Why don't we see a like Tornadus Regidrago lead from Joel? Just like Tailwind Dragon Energy. You know what I'm saying? And call it a day. I guess maybe the Iron Crown might have been kind of like... Can you ask him how much? Can you ask him how much? What do you guys reckon should be the adjustment? You guys know what? You guys want to make some Kai coins? I'll put a prediction up and see. Go, Luke. There's a prediction up for a minute. You can earn some Kai coins. Very good at the new cryptocurrency on the market. It's funny, like when you have Tornadus on like the right side, it takes up like the whole screen kind of thing. Whereas if you have Lando on the right side, it only gives you like half of Lando. It's so weird, like seeing it. Anyway, just something to observe. When you put like Lunala on the right side, you can't even see the game. Alright, so the adjustments here from Joel were very different leads. It's gone for the Incineroar and Ogerpron lead, and looks like Luke's stuck to the same, but he's also brought out the Tornadus this turn and brought in Croissant. Probably just not wanting any free fake out stuff. Playing it safe, doing the right thing. The only debilitating thing was if he didn't go for fake out and just went for the thing instead. Went for like knockoff instead or something. You could like knock off and double into the Lando slot, which would be very, very ambitious, but it's a play. But it's a safe play here for Luke just to go for the Terra here, because yeah, you really want to preserve your Lando in this situation. I think you're not giving it up for free, and I guess given that he did Terra last game, more inclined to Terra. But here comes, there's no fake out. Here comes a Cudgel. Goes to Lando. It doesn't do as much this time round, because it has been intimidated this time round. It wasn't intimidated, it was unintimidated last time. You guys got your predictions in? Go. Good pivots, follow me comes out. Here comes the Bleak Wind. Very Bleak Wind chance here. Alright, so we've got Torn and Didi. Two guys you don't really see on the team on the same side of the field together these times, but now we see a Helping Hand, and I did mention Helping Hand the other time was actually quite crucial to get like a bit more damage on, and that does lots of damage. Very good damage for like endgame type stuff. There's an Earth Power that goes into Croissant there, and a Bleak Storm that's going to return. I'm going to get rid of Croissant, but that Helping Hand damage is so crucial for this endgame here because you can bring in Lando here, right? You can also, yeah, you can bring in Urshifu too. I guess you can preserve Lando for later on when Incineroar comes back. What's Urshifu? How fast is Urshifu versus the Lando? Urshifu is going to be faster, I believe. In Tailwind, that is. That Helping Hand damage is just so much nicer. Alright, here comes a Tailwind, which is a very good play for Mr. G here. Joel might have to... I don't know what Joel can do. Yeah, he has to match the Tailwind, he has to match it. He can't switch in anything else and just pray that his Lando is a little bit faster, but it's not, and it goes for the Taunt this time round, which allows the Lando to move next, so Joel might see an opportunity here where he can take down the Urshifu. Perhaps with a lot of with that Life Orb chip, it might get close. Here comes the Earth Power, but it goes all the way through. And the Urshifu, a pivotal part of Luke's team, is gone down, and now they're down to the last two Mons. Perhaps if he went for that Lando slot instead, he would have still might have been alive. But in saying that, the Genie on Luke's side has Bleak Wind Storm and should be a faster Bleak Wind Stormer, perhaps. And here comes Incineroar. Can't really do much Incineroar, can't fake out, can't do anything. I mean, it can actually fake out the, it can actually fake out the Tornadus, because Tornadus, the fake out, because it's flying type, it's not affected by terrain, so I guess you just got to send it here as Luke and just go for the Rock Slide. Now, it would be devastating if there was a fake out into Torn, and Torn can't move, and then Rock Slide misses for Luke here onto that Lando slot. That would be very unfortunate, but there's also a turn where Joel can protect. But yeah, he fakes out the Torn. Now he's just got to hit this Rock Slide. The Earth Power though, it is faster. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Joel's might have just swung this around. And the Urshifu not going for that Landorus slot in that turn where it went for the other slot might have been pivotal. Now there's an opportunity here where I guess Joel can just like protect the Lando and attack with the Incineroar. Incineroar has the AV, so it can live it. And it does go for that safer play. Does go for that safer play. The Bleak Wind Storm, you may need a crit here to get rid of this this Incineroar. You may need it. Oh, it doesn't get it. No. And the Flare Blitz is going to come and just be enough, I believe, into the Tornadus, and it's a shake of the hands, a best of three, won by Joel. Excellent pivoting there in the endgame and adjustments. Well played, well played. We're going to have some snow in the finals, and we're going to have a Regidrago in the finals as well. Interesting. Okay. The final game. Da, da, da.
15 instead of 10 for the second.
Oh, okay.
So you might have to do something.
How many people did? Do you know? Just find out who did and let me know, and then go from there. Can you message me your bank details? Like message me on Discord. Alrighty. What am I looking at here? We're looking at Snow versus kind of like I think it's a tank. Is this the tank team that Joel's using? He does have a kind of a very good matchup into Snow with Goldengo and stuff. So I think he has to figure out a way to avoid the Dengo or drop the Dengo early, perhaps, with whatever resources he has. Dash has. I think that comes with the Landorus as the kind of the check maybe. You know, he does bring the Landorus. He does obviously bring, like, let's say the Arcanine Hisui. Actually, sorry, rather, instead of the Snow stuff. So Arcanine, as I mentioned before, is Terra Ghost. It has Choice Band, Flare Blitz, Rock Slide, Head Smash, and Extreme Speed. And the Landorus has this Terra Steel, Life Orb, Earth Power, Life Orb, Sand Seed, and Protect. For Ogerpon, we have not Ogerpon, sorry. For Goldengo is Metal Coat, Mega Rain, Shadowball, Nasty Flight, and Protect. And Tornadus, Flickering Rain Dance, and Protect. So both players taking their time, reviewing what they want to do here with their moves. Did they want to get rid of this Goldengo early? Or does Joel want to preserve the Goldengo for maybe later in the game? But he preserves the other Pokemon he said, and here comes Ogerpon. And there's going to be a Terrestrialization from Dash's side. It's going to be Terra Steel. More than likely, probably wanting to resist the maybe the Make It Rain. But there's also a Protect here that comes from Goldengo. It's just so it doesn't get bonked by an Earth Power for free. The Sludge Bomb though goes there instead. It actually goes into the Goldengo. Maybe thinking the Goldengo might Terra instead. So they're going for the read there and goes for the double there, the Flare Blitz. Just in case it didn't Terra, you got a Flare Blitz there as well. They really doesn't like the Goldengo because maybe I didn't see what's in the back for Dash, but he does have the Snow in the back. So I guess looking at the threat. Now, there is a follow me kind of aspect as well from Joel's side, just to maybe preserve Goldengo for later in, bring something else in. I think Goldengo has seen what it's gonna see, and might want to come out and maybe preserve itself in the late game, which it does. So Joel making the right pivot here, or I would say the right pivot here. I think it comes to Calrissian. The Terra Water brings the camera out a little bit. Ivy Cudgel gonna go to one of these slots. Probably gonna go to the Arcanine slot. It should drop the Arcanine 3 times. A big piece of the puzzle is gone for Dash. That Joel probably now is like, okay, look, that's gone. The Sludge comes in, doesn't do much really. Now Dash is forced to bring in Snow. Comes the Spike Shield. Comes Aurora Veil. Your War Veil is kind of a nice little play just for the end game here, just to make sure that the everything else is taking hits less. Earth Power though goes into the Calrissian. This is going to do so much damage, and it does. Down goes the Lando. A massive part, even behind the Aurora Veil, goes down. The sheer force, and now it's just Articuno that comes in, and there is a Lando in the back. There is a Goldengo in the back. Joel just positioning super well. I guess in this instance, you might have to even just go for like Sheer Colds or just like double freeze chance like with Blizzards. Go for Freeze Dry, which might be nice. Being that his choice specs can hit hard, but yeah. The Roarvel only protects you for so much now at this point. Because now like the Joel's mons can chip away at it. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Oh, actually it should be a lot of damage because yeah, it does go critical hit onto the Ogerpon, which is interesting though. Ivy Cudgel comes out. Just wants to get enough chip, just so Goldengo can come into 3. That's okay. Here comes the Freeze Dry, and it does actually drop the Ogerpon. Alright, maybe Dash ain't out of it yet. Doesn't that Blizzard just looks so nice. You know, in the older games, the Blizzard with the 8-bit noise, so nice. Or like Ice Beam, so nice. Alright. Both terrors have been spent on both sides. There is an Aurora Veil up, just be mindful. There is a Tailwind, there is a Rain Dance option. There's a Bleak Wind maybe option. I wouldn't go for the Bleak. It's either Rain Dance or Tailwind. Maybe Tailwind Protect, perhaps maybe for the Dengo just to... But the Rain Dance instead. Probably the smarter play here, so... I'd rather my opponent miss than actually hit me for Blizzards. And well, no, there's a Raw Dog Blizzard and actually does a decent amount of damage. There's no freeze yet, and here comes the Make It Rain, and it's enough to drop down the Ninetales. Articuno's left alone. And Freeze Dry comes up, and it's not going to be enough for his Dengo now. It's just going to be able to sweep with another full Make It Rain. So what done to Joel here, preserving the Dengo like later games, just showing the Dengo, just being like, look, I've got the Dengo here, you can go for it, I'm just going to protect it, and I'll look, you know what, I'll bring something else in. And I'll let you bring in Snow late. Maybe what Dash has to do is maybe not bring out obviously Snow first, but maybe he can. And like pivot into something that might be good for him. So that was game 1, yes. Hey Machop fan, good to see you. This is the finals. Best of 3. I really want to see. How does Dash beat this? I mean, Dash beats the Goldengo with the Lando. Does he necessarily need the Arcanine? Maybe not. He needs to find a way to get his Lando in position where he can drop the Dengo. I would love to see Joel just bring in like Regidrago. So good. Just want to see it. I just want to see it. Alright, let these guys lock their teams in. Alrighty. We have Arcanine and Lando coming out. Same leads for Dash this time. Then we have the Ogerpon and the Tornadus. Yeah, I wonder if it's a chance here that there is. There's always like in-game lag with the Switch 1s versus Switch 2s. It always does that kind of little goose step. Joel actually making good adjustments here, just being like, look, I'm not bringing my Gold Dango this time, I'm bringing my Ogerpon this time. Dash bringing out the Articuno as protecting. He's playing a little bit safe. And I wonder what this Ogerpon went into. Could have gone for just a Spike Shot. Okay, they both go for the Protect just to see what things happen. And allows Dash to get a free swap in. Or switch it. This makes it interesting, doesn't it, though? Is there a Raw Dog Blizzard? Or a Sludge Bomb? There's a Terrestrialization though. And it looks like it's going to be the Terrestrialization onto that Ogerpon just to boost the special defense. Which is so crucial in these type of matchups against special attacking mons. Terrestrialization comes from Lando though, because both people matching their turrets at this point of stage. The Rain Dance comes in, and the Rain Dance being still, even if it's though turret, it's still going to hurt a little bit if the Ultra Cudgel goes into the Lando slot there, which it does, and it's probably going to do more than half if anything, and it does just exactly that. Sludge Bomb though coming back into that slot. Is there a poison? No, there's a Raw Dog Blizzard. It's gonna miss the Katarina, which is the one that actually needs to hit, which is the Tornadus. And I wonder if there's a little cheeky swap in here. There might be a little switch in here, but at the same time, like can Joel call it and just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna Ray Dance again. It's also an opportunity for Joel to go for like a Tailwind here to guarantee that his mons are going to be faster for the next couple of turns, because we know that that Alola Ninetales is very quick as well. So out comes the Ogerpon Water, and in comes the Gold Dango. Okay, second Rain Dance. There it is. Yeah, exactly, called it. But in comes the Ninetales here. Nice. Protect, okay, so Protect. And the Blizzard. Blizzard can go to Dango, and then I've seen many Dangos become frozen from Blizzards. I've seen it a lot of the time. And there's no freeze there. It's very tricky to do these kind of plays because you can just Rain Dance for free. But Articuno does come out. This matchup is so tough. Intimidate gets procced onto both mons, which is not going to really matter. This is kind of maybe a swap in here. The Rain Dash does come though. Is there a freeze? Oh, no freezes. Mecha Rain is actually going to hurt both mons a lot, and it goes and drops the Alola Ninetales. What's the Alola Ninetales Terra? The Alola Ninetales Terra is Terra Fire. Really can't commit to that at this stage. Anyway, because it's already been terrored, but I think maybe saving Terra, preserving it for some stage. as Protect Tailwind comes out. Tailwind blue from behind, the Make It Rain comes. Lander's going to take this. Sorry, the Arcanine not going to take this whatsoever. And I'm trying to manage the tournament while I'm walking around, but anyway, we got an Articuno here. Double rain. Articuno comes in, and it's kind of stuck without having snow whatsoever because the Articuno, the Ninetales is down. And Joel just in a very good position here. Can just keep making it rain, or even go for a Shadow Ball or swap out, and bring into Ogerpon here. Ooh. Sandsea Storm. Is it enough? No. Ice Beam. Oh, that's a lot of damage, actual. That's a lot of damage. Holy moly. Okay. But Goldengo just comes in for free here. And the position that Goldengo's in is a nice one for itself. You know, Articuno has a thing called Snow Cloak, but it did come into effect one time when Snow was up against Matthew. But Lando is just playing safe, protecting Cudgel, going into that Lando slot, protecting correctly. Make it rain. I don't know if it's going to be enough for the Articuno, but it is. Most definitely is. And Joel just setting up his endgame quite well here. And it's just going to be Lando against the world. If it can Sandsea here, and if it was faster, there was a chance. The double protect not coming into effect here, and the Cudgel just coming in, and it's going to be a GG's 2-0 to Joel. But also congratulations to Dash, who had an amazing tournament in his first tournament here. The matchup wasn't very favourable for him, given that Goldengo's on the other side. But playing well to play on the outs and see what they can do. But yeah, first local tournament, coming second is amazing. And I'll look very much forward to seeing Dash in the future. And also Joel, who just got a great result at Sydney, and even a better result here today. So congratulations to both of them. Love to see it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. We're going to stop the stream now. I'm hoping to stream my Grand Challenge run at either be today or maybe Sunday. I made a team from ChatGPT, so hopefully we'll see how that goes. Maybe Sunday night, we'll see if it goes. Maybe it's either tonight or tomorrow night. I'll stream my run. Given that I've got a little bit of confidence when I went 5-3, so we'll see how we go. Anyways, have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care.